Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a very nice day today. It may not be the beginning of 2022 anymore, but today I'll be looking back at my best and worst coordinates of the last year, so of 2021. I'll be explaining why I think they're the worst and the best, and I chose 3 for each. So pretty straightforward. I'll be looking at my 3 favorite and 3 least favorite coordinates of 2021 and explaining why I think they are each the best and the worst of what I wore last year. Let's get right into it. My first one is a jewel marine coordinate that I wore in winter. I wanted to try pulling out some of the sax elements of this dress. There aren't a ton in the print, so I didn't want to go too heavy on the sax, and I decided to use a wig and socks to do so. Now, my biggest issue with this coordinate isn't the elements so much as the clashing colors here. It's pretty obvious that a lot of the stuff doesn't match. For example, the socks and the wig are supposed to be the sax pieces, but they don't really match at all, which is kind of unfortunate. These socks don't photograph very well, unfortunately. They have a really cute border in pink on the back as well as ribbons. But they don't appear in photos because of the angle, and they're a slightly more mint sax compared to my blue wall, so they always come out looking much more mint in photos and almost blending in with the wall. I think if I had swapped the socks out to a more true blue or sax, it would have complemented the wig more and would have made the coordinate a bit more cohesive, though I think the pinks are too clashing for it to work just with the sax fixed. I do think you can have clashing pinks or like a mix of pinks in your coordinates, but it's better to stick to cool or warm tone. Mixing cool and warm tone like I'm doing here is harder to pull off. You can have clashing pinks when different elements of them match. For example, if the coats and the shoes matched, or maybe the coat and the bag, but everything is a slightly different shade of pink here. Like the headpiece doesn't really match the dress, the coat and the shoes and the bag don't match, and then the scarf is another color, and then the faux fur trim on my coat really doesn't match anything. So there's just a lot going on, and because of that, it's in my worst coordinate section. I have another coordinate with jewel marine in the worst cord section, and I don't see that as anything to do with the dress. I wore this dress quite a bit in 2021 because it's relatively simple in terms of the cut, and there's less print, so it's a bit more toned down compared to some of my other dresses. As well, there's a lot of colors in this print, so I did experiment with it quite a bit, but not every experiment is successful. And this one, the biggest issue is really just the socks. I do think the knee up of the coordinate is fine, but I wanted to see if these socks would match the dress, and the answer is no, they do not. I actually ended up photoshopping these socks later when I posted the picture on Instagram, so social media is a lie, people. Sorry if it just got a bit darker. I had to close my curtains because it's, 3:30, and that means the sun is setting here. So the last coordinate I have in my worst coordinates is my least favorite of 2021, and it's this skirt coordinate I did with Miracle Candy for my Miracle Candy lookbook when I first got the skirt. Now, I wanted to do an all pink coordinate with Miracle Candy. I think it's a good concept, but I don't think this one was successful. Because this is the only pink blouse I had that would really match, I wore it, and then I tried to pull some of the more hime polyester elements of the blouse into the coordinate with the choker, the bonnet, these specific tights, and those are my go-to shoes. But I just don't think it really works with this, OTT Sweet Era cotton skirt. So, the materials are an issue. On top of that, I don't really love this blouse with the skirt because it's rather loose. I really had to tuck it in, and I don't think it's super flattering. It makes my bust look a little low. The skirt is rather high-waisted on me and rather short, so then it looks like I have a low bust, a very high waist, and it just kind of cuts my proportions off in a bit of an unflattering way for how I like to look. On top of that, the socks aren't really great here. The magenta pink doesn't really match anything because the Miracle Candy print has more red than that magenta, and they're a bit plain compared to the skirt, and again, they blend in a bit with the shoes, and overall I just don't really like any element of this coordinate, which is kind of what puts it in the bottom. Obviously, I love all these pieces separately, but this just doesn't really go together. I didn't really like this coordinate when I made it and when I put in the video, and I believe I mentioned that, but I would rather leave in a coordinate I'm not super happy with and explain why than just pretend it never happened, because I don't know, I think that's more useful for myself in terms of like my relationship to the fashion and improving in the way that I want to with Lolita. But it's interesting because there are people in the comments who really like this coordinate, and my friend also thought it was rather nice. So it just goes to show you that this one is more of a matter of my own personal style, I guess. It doesn't really reflect me. Now for my top 3 favorites, I don't really have a order. They're kind of all equal. And I don't think they're maybe necessarily like the best coordinates I did this year so much as they're my personal favorites, and I feel like they really represent my style the most. The first one I have is this Mermaid Symphony cord that I wore one free day in summer when my friend Prince and I went outside to the old port in Montreal. It was a very beautiful day. We got macarons and ice cream, and yeah, it was such a fun day out. I have very good memories associated with this coordinate because of it, even though I had the most intense blisters and foot pain from walking around for like 6 hours in those really high heels. I just think that this coordinate is a very cute and simple OTT sweet one, and it relies more on like wearing textures and color blocking to look OTT instead of just a ton of hair accessories, which I tried to do more in 2021. I really love this capelet, and I think it adds the perfect little something to this coordinate. It has like these heart details, which I matched with my heart bag, and I just love how big and tall these mint shoes are. They match perfectly with my mint dress, and I like that I put just one small mint clip in my hair to match it as well. I also really love white blouses. I think they're a bit underrated in sweet. I feel like colored blouses are way more popular right now, but matching a white blouse to white socks is just such a cute and like nostalgic trend, and I think it worked pretty well in this coordinate, and I really like layering blouses under OPs. The next one I have is actually with jewelry, and so here is a positive one with it. This is actually the same wig I'm wearing right now too. I think this is a great headpiece assortment. I use the Mermaid Symphony Canetier, and I really like that it sort of lays flat against this wig, which is more voluminous. So the wig kind of falls and frames my face nicely, I find. And I used some pink, yellow, and mint, which all match the print really nicely, I think. I had a short sleeve white blouse, which I put a mint cardigan on top of. And then I matched my 2 top pieces to my white socks and my mint shoes again. I actually also think that my petticoat looks really nice here, but I think that's just how I position my hands because I always wear the same petticoat. Overall, I think this is just nicely color balanced. I really love the cardigan with the Peter Pan collar blouse over it. The little accessories around the collar are super cute too. And I love the cardigan matching the shoes. I really, really love wearing cardigans. I think they're a great layering piece. So this has a lot of my favorite elements of Lolita in it. I would only change the necklace because the chain kind of falls over the collar in a way that just makes the neck area look a bit busy. I don't think I really needed a necklace in the end. And last but not least, this is a coordinate that I really feel reflects my personal style. It's with Twinkle Mermaid. Sax and pink and white were kind of my favorite elements to pull into coordinates in 2021, and I feel like they're balanced really well here. The sax matching the little bows and the beret and the choker and the dress with the socks is all really cute, I find. I like that I used this polka dot cardigan to contrast the stripes in Twinkle Mermaid and in my socks. And I feel like the polka dots kind of match the seashell as well since it has those pearls. This dress is a little bit short and it makes my legs look quite long. I really liked choosing the boots with this one as it, you know, kind of breaks off the socks and it doesn't make it look like I'm just wearing like a tube. Please forgive the roll down sock though. I wish I changed that. I also kind of wish I had brushed my hair off of my shoulders just because it looked nice in real life. I had slept with braids, so it was a bit crimped, but this was after filming a lookbook, so my hair was a bit tired, and I think it would have just been nicer off the shoulder to show like the choker elements and that kind of stuff. So those are the 3 best and worst coordinates. I wore a lot of Lolita this year. I wore it, I think I counted like maybe around 150 times. A lot of that was of course because of the lookbooks and videos I was filming, which I'm super grateful for because any excuse to wear Lolita is a good one. I'm hoping to continue to wear Lolita more casually this year and in more, you know, everyday settings. I'm hoping to go back to work and continue wearing Lolita because right now I'm working from home again. Though by the time this video comes out, who knows what my situation will be. And I feel like I have a really good closet in terms of fillers. I'm looking for more headpieces, but in terms of blouse, socks, shoes, and accessories, I feel like I'm not doing too bad. So I'm going to have to reevaluate my wants for this year and see what I'm going to do with Lolita doing forward. I'm pretty happy with my journey of 2021. I feel like the last couple years I've really found my style, but also been more comfortable with experimenting and also with flopping and not having nice coordinates every single time. I really like to figure out what works with my closet, and part of that is just not liking every single coordinate you do and also sharing it and getting concrete from other people. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of the coordinates that I chose. And of course, let me know what were some of your favorite elements of Lolita to wear in 2021 and what you're looking forward to in 2022. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!